Right, never mind. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to the finale of Ancient Unknowns. Episode 10. It's pretty exciting. You know the drill. You're watching on YouTube. You know, if you enjoy it, give us a like. Maybe drop a subscribe as well. That'd be pretty cool. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome. There's a few people in here already. That's pretty awesome. This is the finale of Ancient Unknowns. Episode 10, technically, but still. We have a rather unknown episode. We don't really know what's going to happen. So, let's drag the group in. See what happens. I'm excited. I need to unmute. Hello.
Hello.
There we go. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, don't do that. Okay, hi. How are you all doing?
Yeah.
Great. Really enthused, I can tell.
Surviving.
Highly unwell.
Highly unwell. Well, your own fault, really, isn't it?
Went out, didn't I?
Yeah, he left the house.
Literally.
Yeah.
How silly.
Amateur.
Never mind, anyway. Say never mind. Just, don't get ill forehead, obviously. Who's doing the recap? Yathina, you're doing the recap.
Oh, I didn't practice. I don't know if I have notes. I don't think I have notes. What did we do last time? The previous session, we came into a chamber where we don't have notes for scales either. This is great. Nope, I don't have notes. The previous session, we came into a chamber where we faced a giant eye. We didn't immediately realize that it was an eye, but I climbed up a chain and sort of had an overlook of the whole situation. And we realized that it was an eye of one giant thing that wanted to be freed. So the creature asked us whether we were there to free it or whether we could free it. We said no. And then it started to summon other creatures from I don't know if it's a teleportation circle or some sort of magic circle. Yeah, it summoned other creatures from there. I don't know the names of the creatures that we faced, but the first one was it a giant worm or something? That was pretty harsh. I don't quite remember whether that was when Breck went down. or not.
Yeah, last tentacle grabbed me and
Oh yeah. It has something with tentacles. That's right.
did some poison AoE attack or something.
Yeah, and unfortunately, at one point, Breck went down, but we got him back up. And then we decided to try and go around the giant eye towards the magical circle. Breck cast. Was it Breck or was it Sarados? One of you cast some sort of spell, which made the next creature that the eye tried to summon sort of decapitated it immediately when it appeared, which was very fortunate. And then it summoned another creature. Again, I don't remember what it was. But we also disposed of that. It seemed like the eye was relatively impressed by that. Again, asked whether we would free it or demanded that we free it, but we denied it. Throughout these discussions, we found out a little bit of lore. Maybe the eye is in control of the cult of the Mephi, but doesn't quite know it. Maybe it's another entity. We don't know for sure. And yeah, then we said, okay, we're gonna leave. And I think one of the last things the eye said was good luck at leaving, and that's where we ended the session.
All right. Well, we pick up immediately with the three of you going to leave the chamber. The chamber that you've just barely been in more than 20 minutes, and the corridor that you took your long rest in. I think you were discussing whether to stop and rest or to leave. I can't remember. And yeah, as you leave, you watch the black bulb of the eye, the pupil, follow you. Or you can see the black bulb of the pupil following you as you leave the room.
Oh yeah, also the chains have gone because I stabbed the eye and it blinked and managed to free itself from the chains, but couldn't do anything else.
Yep.
So really it should thank us for that.
I agree.
It's more free than when we arrived. So
Okay.
yeah, we're back in the, wasn't it like a couple hours down, like the green stone had started to fade and we got colder and colder to get here. Wasn't it about like a couple hours of tunnel to get to this chamber?
No. This chamber had a corridor that was probably only... Actually, I don't remember. Maybe.
Oh no, the couple hours
was the next...
was from green
the
green
next
chamber. Yeah.
Because I think this one was only a sort of 10 or 15 minute walk from jumping down a shaft and then into here. Because the shaft above you is where that creature's flesh had come out and was overpowering everything.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
So
What are you doing?
well, this passage is fairly narrow, right? So at least most of the things that it was sending at us can't reach us here. Though if there's more worms like that last thing, I guess they can tunnel through anywhere. I don't know. I'd feel better just trying to get out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to stand here and just wait to die, are we? It's just...
Okay.
Do I let the partners know? Just in case we die.
Forget about the partners for now.
That's
Agreed, yeah.
okay.
All right.
Unless they can send something.
Yeah, please send a scroll of teleportation.
The passageway that you came into this chamber through was originally overwhelmed and kind of overgrown with this flesh. And you had to use, I believe it was a torch to kind kind of wave it in front of you and behind you to keep the flesh receded and away from where you were walking. Are you going to do that again? I assume you are.
Yeah.
Cool. And you get to the end of the corridor where you jump down, and there is no ladder, so Sarador, you've got your climbing speed. Temerity, you can ascend walls pretty easily. But
I have those pitons we picked up.
You do. But it will require you touching the wall with the flesh on it.
And you fly still for a while, or?
Oh yeah, if it's that short of a thing, I still probably have at least a half hour of fly because I activated that. So
okay, you can't carry both of them up because they're a size bigger than you.
But I can carry the end of a rope up and try and attach it, or just hold on while they climb.
Okay.
But we also have to keep the flesh at bay because it was kind of overwhelming the floor hatch.
It was, and if you remember, you found the hatch in amongst a big pile of flesh as well. So you've got a bit of a challenge to, get up. It's not just a simple climb up and out situation.
So yeah, I at least will, while I'm flying, take a torch with, leading the way, and just fly up.
Okay.
How wide's the gap, sorry?
The gap's wide enough for you to walk single file.
The gap above, though.
Oh, the gap, yeah, that's another sort of single file up. It's about 10 feet off the ground and basically 5 feet around, so that...
Okay.
We'll switch to this scene, just for simplicity's sake.
Right, so not a flying carpet situation.
No.
Yeah, I will. Oh, you said there are not actually tracks here, right?
Not down here, no.
Okay. But this is just stone floor here? This isn't actually fleshy floor?
Pretty much, yeah. There are bits where the flesh is kind of spreading out, but most of it is just stone.
Okay, so yeah, if I make it up out of the hole, fine. Leaving rope bits down, I'll kind of come over to the stone and, using the pitons, create an anchor to tie the rope off, using my stony expertise in the process to make sure it's well secure.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check for me. Just to,
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
That's 2 in a row if you count my practice roll.
So that's 20. You managed to find spots. There are tools and stuff lying around that you sort of jam into some of the stone and a bit of the flesh, and the flesh recedes from being stabbed, but it creates enough of a base for you to secure the rope to, and you're confident that they can climb up without too much difficulty.
I'll kind of stand by the rope just in case, but to kind of help keep it open, laying the torch near the opening to kind of drive it back. But then I might just kind of toss some sacred flame at the flesh around the opening, just to kind of keep it open so it doesn't try and close off.
Okay. You manage that fairly simply. There's a few false starts where you think you've settled it, but it doesn't quite work out. And you have to start again, but you get it sorted quite easily. And yeah, the three of you manage to climb out and make your way back onto the stone flesh without too much of a problem.
Knowing that that the green stone is kind of its, I don't know if it's its excrement or what. If there's ever like a this eyeball here or something that's something I can reach without stepping on the flesh, I do want to just give it a good poke in the eye with the green stone.
Okay, make an attack roll, just an unarmed strike.
Actions. Hey, unarmed strike. There we go.
Yeah, you hit it easily enough. And the eyeball kind of closes and blinks a lot and then just recedes back into the flesh. Literally just seems to get swallowed by it again.
That was fun. I guess, do we think it's worth sneaking out of here, or do we just go for it?
Last time we had caused less of a mess, and they knew we were coming out, so.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the flesh of the thing, it will know where we are anyway.
Yeah, the cult, and assuming that it's the one controlling the cultists, then they will by extension. Though it still it seemed like there's something else exerting a mental will somewhere in here, but I can't figure it out.
I don't know. Let's we will be quicker if we're not stealthing. So
yeah, let's just go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
At least until we're away from this creepy flesh.
Okay. So you start making your way back through this corridor. The remains of the bodies that you have fought previously still lying splayed out on the floor. A testament, Sarador, to your rampage that you went on. You can start making your way back through.
Okay.
As you come across here, you remember to sprint across because this bit is covered by flesh, and yeah, you will make it across easily.
Holding the torch down as well. Now that we've learned the old fire trick.
Yes, exactly. And it does recede back enough that it's not much of a problem. It's not going to affect you or impact you in any way. As you come back through, again, the bodies are still splayed out. Nothing seems to have changed here.
I do want to... I think I already grabbed a couple ears, but I'd like to grab a couple more ears off of some of the cultists laying around.
Okay.
Even though they're useless. Left ears? No, left is the one that they have removed.
Yeah, right ears.
So, even though they're right ears, not left ears, I'll take some right ears.
Okay. That's fine. You've managed to slice some ears off and pocket them without a problem.
Quick question.
Yes.
Have we seen the yellow, disgusting smelling matter anywhere?
In here, no. That, though, you would have worked out by now, having been around the flesh in various forms. That yellow stuff was like this flesh rotted down.
Okay, got you.
I ate that.
You did. You did.
I haven't tried any fresh, I guess, but
Or cooked.
Ooh.
I know.
Right, let's keep going then.
Keep going.
Yeah. Keeping near Sarador.
I like to say everyone stays within 10 feet. They can't be feared or charmed or.
Yeah, exactly.
Da.
Is level 10, baby.
Yeah.
And now we're back kind of where we initially had our first glimpse of flesh.
Yes. And the corridor back up to where you came from is off onto your left here.
This thing alive?
These guys are dead.
Okay.
I think that was the body we drug back around the corner when we first stealth.
Yeah.
Took a couple off.
They just haven't been counted as dead for some reason. But
Well, Well, no one came down this deep at least, so I guess up to the mines.
Yep.
Maybe as we see the green glow nearing, maybe that's when we should try and stealth. Now we're away from the eyes of the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
And I guess as this was the multiple hour portion, so my flying will definitely wear off at that point.
Throughout the trip back up this corridor, on the uneven terrain that the three of you managed to navigate due to your superior athletics or your just general affinity to rocky terrain, you make it up, and it's slow going. It's slower heading up than it was down for certain, but eventually you make it back. I think this was the right map. Yes. Given away by it being Pyramid Mine 3, probably says something, doesn't it? And you make it back up, and no change up here either. Currently, everything seems all right. The green rock, alloy, crystal, whatever it is, seems the same. Still glowing. Still, through everything in the shining through, like shining from no light source. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know we put a whole chest of it in the bag of holding, but I might also, having gotten rid of 2 of my 3 pieces that I had gathered as we pass any loose amount on the floor, I might take a bit more.
Okay. It's fine. You take some more, and it's the same. Feels the same in your hand. Nothing changed. And it's you don't suddenly get attacked by one of those creatures again. You just manage to walk through this level absolutely fine.
Which way are we going? There's the ladder up by where we were fireballed, and there's the other route through the green crystal.
Yes. We didn't go up this way originally, but we know that's where it leads to. This would be the easiest way because the other way is like a slope and.
Yeah, a nice ladder, although then we're single file and a bit blind coming out, so maybe stealthy person first?
Sure, I can go first.
Or I guess I don't have full powers left, but I could make another eye to send up there. Ahead.
Honestly, save it for a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
We might make it out of here quite easily. And if we don't,
we use it if I don't know, like because I don't know if the eye will be able. Could the eye get through the door? It could, couldn't it? Last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it might be worth seeing if we got another trap went outside for us.
I don't think it could make it out the main door because there's not a 1-inch gap or anything. It was seamless.
Question: when you were level 9, did you have enough 4th level slots for it?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I had 1/4 left.
Okay, cool.
I believe.
Just double checking.
Yep.
Well, if you want to cast it, you can. It's fine.
I'll wait. I'll wait until we get further out. If it's anything, like our greeting party last time, they waited by the door.
Yes.
Okay. So Temerity, roll a stealth check for me.
Yep.
Managed to climb up the ladder without any major issues. Being light-footed is kind of your forte. And
before I go all the way out, I just poke my head out to look around before I completely. If I don't see anything, I'll go out completely. But first, I'll just poke my head out to look around.
Okay. Switch maps again. You poke your head over the ladder, and from your vantage point, you don't see anything.
Okay.
You don't make a perception check. You don't hear anything.
Okay. With my hand, I'll motion for the other two that everything is fine. They can come and I climb out.
Would
Okay.
we be on the next level up? Oh, that goes there.
Or that's the ladder up to the next level then, I think.
Did I get them the
Yeah,
wrong way round? I got them the wrong way round. Sorry.
Sorry.
For some reason, I had this map marked as mine level 2, and the map that you should have gone to is mine level 1.
Hmm.
Thank you for that. We'll just pop round. There you are.
Hey.
Still saw nothing, still heard nothing.
Cool. Remember this bit's cleared now.
Yes.
Or it was when we came in, which was a day ago.
No, wait. We were on the right map. Because that was where the hole was. This map doesn't have the hole.
This was the original one. I thought you said went down to that one.
No.
I think
This...
Oh, it was. No, you're right. Sorry.
when I first flew the eyeball down, it was from this level to the third level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of skipped that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that to myself. Never mind. Carry on. Sorry. So yeah, you skipped the level out. That's fine.
I guess now up here, can I guess take a less of a peek and more of a listen, feeling for stones shaking, anything like that, just to knowing that we are nearing the top at this point.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Perception.
You don't hear or feel anything.
Well, that's good, I suppose. I guess we go check, see if the elevator is still. This is where we left it.
Yeah.
See.
Next, we just flew back down again, didn't we?
Or level 2. Did level 2? The elevator went down to level 2, so we actually left it at level 2, I think. Because we took the elevator down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess we go and see if it's here, and if not,
either way, let's fly up on the
carpet up. Yeah.
Carpet up, no matter what. I'd say.
Probably still proceeding with stealth, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, stealthy. I want to keep an eye out in case they had traps in this bit before, so they might have just, I don't know, tried to trap us.
True.
On the way out. So yeah, stealthily, but keeping an eye out for traps, I guess.
Okay. Make investigation checks as you go along then for me, and stealth checks as well. For stealth, obviously, and also investigation. Okay.
I'll do an investigation as well. Although I'm mostly looking down, so if there's anything up, I would probably miss that.
Okay. All right. Neither of you see anything? Trap-wise? Everything seems eerily similar.
And we still don't hear anything.
No.
Okay.
This is like last time, so I imagine we didn't change anything. We didn't. I guess it's free of its chains now, so it can blink. But we didn't. If it's controlling them, we didn't stop that. If they're trying to free it, we didn't free or kill it. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect when we go up.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
send
see.
out your eyeball if we can when we're out there by the door.
Yeah.
And start unfurling the carpet for us to fly up, I guess.
All right. You pull your carpet out. You unfurl it, and you the activation to open it up again. And as you get to the edge of the shaft, the lift in it, you look up and you look down, and you can't see it. That doesn't mean much. It's a very dark shaft. But you jump on the flying carpet and you start making your way upwards. And you make it to the next level up. You get here, and everything seems fine.
This feels a little bit too easy.
Yeah. Especially after the good luck getting out from our new frenemy below.
Everyone roll another perception check for me. As you're all sat on the carpet. Okay. Breck. Being sat on the carpet, you don't hear it or see it at first, but the ground is shaking. And from below you, in the middle of the room here, the ground starts to shake, and then the ground starts to crack. And then you see a body start to emerge from the ground, destroying the tracks, destroying everything in its wake. And a humanoid creature, so tall that it's not even fully emerged from the ground. It's just stood, arms basically up to its waist in the ground, and its arms are free. It pulls out this gigantic sword. It's probably 10 to 15 feet long, and it still has change for its entire body. And it's got grizzled features that are defined and sharp, but still somewhat vacant, staring at the three of you.
Did you say it has chains throughout this entire body?
No.
Something throughout its entire body. I didn't understand what you said.
Its sword is 15 feet, and there's still change from its whole body. It's at least...
He's taller than the sword.
Very tall.
Okay.
Reminiscent at all of what we encountered in the swamp, or is this something different?
Bigger.
Less
bulbous and sort of lumbering. There's purpose to this thing, and it's staring at you.
Can I drink a potion quickly before anything?
I mean,
it emerges.
As it emerges, you have chance to do one thing if you wish.
I will drop a bless on everybody again.
Okay.
Because that's my.
All right. Temerity, are you doing anything?
I have nothing left. I only have 1 key point. I have nothing.
Okay. What potion did you drink?
Giant strength.
Cool. All right.
I need to target myself first before I apply it to effects. So...
Probably.
Okay.
There we go.
Can I retroactively insert one thought that Breck had as we were flying upward?
Okay.
And I maybe would have whispered this to everyone, is I wonder where the shaft of the elevator, the deep part that narrowed, I wonder where that goes. I don't think it went straight to the eyeball chamber, but maybe? Did any of us look up?
No. Not really.
No.
Simply. Not really.
Mm. Okay, that was the thought.
Everyone roll initiative for me. Never mind, I rolled a 2. So. So did Ah.
Yes.
I was like, oh, good. Oh, never mind. All right, then. We begin.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. So how tall? So it's still somewhat in the ground. How tall is it reaching out?
Well, this chamber is 25 feet tall
Yes.
from top to bottom, and its head is probably 5 feet from the ceiling. And that is basically just its like body and head. The rest of it, its legs are submerged underground. You don't know how far down that goes. You are still on the flying carpet.
Okay, I jumped down from the flying carpet. I would assume that's 5 feet. I have 50 feet of movement, so I should easily make it here.
You will have, because the flying carpet isn't that big, you're not next to the edge, so it'll be 10 feet.
Okay, 10 feet, but I still should
Yes,
easily make it.
Yeah, I mean...
So this would be 40 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to go here if I don't collide with a wall. There we go. I have no key points. I have 2 key points from
You just told me you had 1.
Yeah, I have 2.
Oh, I see.
I also have 2 key points.
I see how it is. We're just making up numbers now, are we? This monster has
Yeah.
5,000 hit points, guys.
I had a key point left from last session, and I have 1 from level 10. But I don't know. I shouldn't be on 89 hit points. I don't know how many I have left, though. I'm just gonna attack. Unarmed strike in the solar plexus.
I don't actually know what its AC is. I didn't look. Please hold.
3, I think it was.
No.
Yeah.
That hits. You're fine. It's definitely not 3, though.
And another unarmed strike into the solar plexus. Pop, pop.
And you have bless, so D4s on all these if
Oh,
you
right.
need it.
Okay, yeah. And I am Oh yeah, I'm not going to spend a key point, so I'm just gonna do another unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
This time it's a kick. Oh shit.
Misses.
Wait.
Hits.
No. And that's my turn.
All right. Breck. We come to you.
Is it looking pretty rough, pretty close to dead?
No. No.
Oh. Let's see. Yeah, my thought is also getting out of the shaft and off the carpet. So I will get... Oh, wait. Cumulative. 30 feet. Right about there. Oh, right. Walls.
That will take you out of its melee.
Okay, yeah. And
Fine.
that's... So... Oh. No reaction? Okay.
You're still
I was
in
gonna
range.
I'm still in range. Okay. And I will go ahead and make sure I'm not casting a concentration spell.
We've seen that
do
happen
something.
recently.
Do something I never do, and guiding bolt.
What? It's an outrageous idea. Guiding bolt. This is a first time for everything. Situation.
They hit me once. Didn't you?
I used it I used it once, and yeah, I think I got a nat 1, so...
That hits.
Hey! Look at that.
You're targeting everyone, so it just hit everyone.
Oh. Whoops.
I do like how the animation obliged and hit everyone, though. That was quite good.
Uh... 18 radiant damage.
Mhm.
No bonus action, so that's my turn. Next attack has advantage as he glows slightly with my... He just still has some of that Sherlocky mathematics floating around him.
Nice.
Making him easy to see.
Yes.
So I guess I'll glide forward on the carpet and kind of like jump off the edge.
Okay.
Jump off of the to there as I do, and like I'm gonna move.
You might be hitting the wall.
Let's try to get out of here.
Oh, interesting. You seem to be stuck.
Hmm.
Oh, everyone seems to be stuck. Great.
Oh, hey. And it's not even Tuesday.
I know, this isn't a Saturday problem. This is a Tuesday problem. Okay, where are you going anyway?
Oh
no.
So,
Hey, he's running away already.
and I'll say that I'll just push the flying carpet off to the side, probably like over here somewhere if I can.
Mhm.
Like as I jump off it, just let it kind of glide down to the side.
Like a skateboard.
Yeah. I'll take that. And then I'm gonna thinking in my head like it's kind of like stuck in the ground. Maybe we should be just getting out of here and flying off, but let's see what we can do, I guess. Anyway, I'll take my first attack now. I would have seen Temerity do some damage of a fist. I think, okay, maybe I can go for some more reckless attacks. So I'm gonna go for the -5. Yeah.
Plus he's glowing now, so you have advantage.
Have advantage as well. Yes.
It was flanking anyway, but
And
still.
flanking. Yeah.
Not to outdo you there, Rando, but
Come on, I hit with an attack.
that hits.
I've got strength as 27 right now, so my to hit is a bit higher.
Yeah. It's fine.
Um.
You have the same
Okay.
strength.
Ooh. 23 then. First one.
23. Nice.
So we've taken out like about 80 of his 5,000 hit points.
Mhm. Yeah.
We're doing well.
I go for another one, flanking, so I get the advantage.
Avajage.
It was the -5 as well.
It still
so
hits.
I'll be
You're fine.
all right. Yeah, let's get that reroll. Yes.
Nice.
31.
31.
Um.
I love how that's without any smites as well. It's just like, yeah, just pure massive damage.
Yeah, and because this big old strength, well, helps a bit. That's 2 big old hits. 2 good cracks to it. Did it seem bothered at all?
He's got like a breastplate on, but you've managed to crack through and find one of the gaps, and you have stabbed through into his body, which was considerable and very difficult to do. But your increased strength certainly helped. Doesn't seem overly bothered right now. He's glaring at you with his blank expression.
Okay. Right. I think that I've only got like 2 spells left, I think. Yeah. And level 1, level 2. Okay. Yeah. I think that'll just be me. I think. Yikes.
Okay. All right. First things first, the creature is going to swing out this massive greatsword that he seems to have with one hand, and he's just going to swipe it towards Sarador first.
Hmm.
And 31.
We need to run away.
For 36 points of slashing damage. And then he's going to basically continue round. And in the same motion, he takes the sword from one hand to the other and comes around for Temerity. Bum, 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 bum. 20.
Yep.
40 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
Okay. That is his turn.
I don't think we're supposed to fight this one, guys.
We move. Temerity.
He's still buried in the ground. He can't even follow us if we run.
That was. I thought every other time I'm the one who's like, I want to fight, and this time everyone else is like, oh, let's fight. And I'm like, we should be running.
I want to climb up. I want to climb up on him.
Okay. You're gonna Legolas versus the cave troll. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Make an athletics check. Or acrobatics, whichever. Depends how flourishy you want to be.
With advantage or anything because I can climb up vertical.
No. This is a living creature.
Okay, shame. I'm gonna go with athletics. I don't know which one is better. I think they're both the same.
That'll be the one with the biggest number. Yeah. So what are you doing? Where are you going?
I'm going on his shoulder and I'm kicking him in the neck with an unarmed strike. So I'm just gonna move myself here. Kicking him in the neck with an unarmed strike.
17 hits. Okay.
Doing it again.
Okay, hits.
And using one key point for flurry of blows. One unarmed strike.
Hits.
And one more unarmed strike. Ho!
Hits.
Oh shit! I rolled. I'm gonna
Good
roll
job.
one more. D6. Okay, so that's 10. 18, 24, 33. That's my fun.
Okay.
So now that I've seen it move a bit, and the fact that it crawled up out of the ground, do I believe this is an undead creature?
You're not getting any sense of undead from it now.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, well, in that case, yeah. How far can I move? If I take a nice... That's not very far. Why am I so slow?
Because you're small.
Yeah. So I'm definitely at least moving there. Oop, that was not a move, that was a measure.
What are you doing?
I am going to use my action to dash. And I'm going to dash. I'm not wanting to leave its range. I saw how far it could swing its sword. I that looks vaguely in its range still. Around to that end, and then seeing them both get hit really hard.
That would be out of its range. You'd have to be here.
Sounds good. But near the carpet.
Okay.
And I am going to. They both look equally kind of as bad, but Temerity's up on his head, which maybe is safer. So, but there's also falling damage. So yeah, I'll heal Temerity. I cannot target her at the moment.
No.
Bonus action healing word on Temerity though. At, jeez, I don't know. Third level. Wow.
Nice. That was constructive.
Yep.
Better than nothing.
That's the best third level spell ever. Yeah, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
And I guess, and I yell out like, I don't know if we should stay here.
Okay. Rando?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. Yeah, I think we're going. Well, I'm going. Yeah, and then I'm gonna run towards grabbing like because I threw it over here. I'm grabbing the thing, flying carpet as it was on here. Do I want to use an action to disengage as I leave with the flying carpet? But could I get like Breckec at the same time?
Because he'd have to use his action to jump on.
Yeah. Wait, how much? You haven't been hit yet, though, have you?
Nah, I'm fine. Unless he crits, and then I'm dead in one hit.
Same for all of us, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do that. If I can just run my 30, but use action disengage, I guess. Picking up the thing as I go. Just if that is acceptable. 5, 10, 15. So yeah, action disengage. So as I leave in like his range.
You've action disengaged, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
But now I've got the flying carpet as well. I'm not like on the flying carpet, but just like grabbed it as I've gone past it. If that's good.
So you've just run past the carpet, but you're taking it with you.
Yeah. I'm not on the
cool.
carpet yet because I figured that'd be a bit more of an action. Or
Kind of.
you know,
I mean,
a bit. Yeah.
it would confuse the movement a bit, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'll just grab it, run past Breck, and just shout to everyone to let's get going while it's still in the ground.
Okay.
I could use my cat's grace thing, but I don't want to get too far ahead if possible. Yeah, budget.
All right. As you all start to run away, this titanic, huge, monstrous creature, person, thing kind of takes a deep breath and just releases one of his hands out up the corridor that you are towards, and releases this. I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Am I still in range with it? Yeah.
You are indeed. The creature has to make one too. And fails miserably, because of course he does. But he does have magic resistance, which is good, because that gives him advantage.
Con save, you said? We all get a d4 on our saving throw.
Great.
Passed anyway.
So instead of my 1, I got a 2. And ironically... Oh, Breck.
Oh no.
Nice. So, Breck, you take 32 points of force and bludgeoning damage combined. Temerity and Sarador, you take half that. So you take 16. Breck, you are prone. The creature takes that too, so that's fine. And your bless ends. Anyway, because you failed your con save, but your bless would end. Your magic carpet slinks to the floor.
Oh, What about, like, my magic chain armor?
Yep. Nothing. For all
What
intents
about our
and purposes,
What about our bag of holding?
for all intents and purposes, you are now in an anti-magic field.
Cool.
And by that I mean you are in an anti-magic field. Temerity, you are still on top of him.
Yeah.
Therefore, he wants rid of you. $29.
Barely.
You take 35 points of slashing damage. Are you still standing?
Yeah.
Cool. That's all right then, because it's a long fall down. And that is his turn. Temerity,
Well, I'm still on top of him.
you are still on top of him. Oh, wait, hang on, sorry. Breck, you are... Hang on, I've got some things to roll. I missed out the last bit of that thing. So I need to roll...
I am within 10, if that means at 10 of Sarah, or unless that's a magic effect.
That's not temerity, sorry. That's just a generic D6 roll. So you are dragged 60 feet.
Oh, toward the
This
singularity, though?
way. Yes.
Hey, I'm basically out of the tunnel.
You'll take it. You're dragged about there. Taking...
More damage on top of the initial?
20 more points of bludgeoning damage as you are dragged along the floor, smashing your head against the floor, rails, everything. And you are also prone.
Cool.
Temerity, sorry, it's your turn.
I'm good. I am going to use my action to disengage. And I'm going to spend my last key point on Step of the Wind. Which means I should be able to jump down effectively. Because my jump distance is doubled. And I'm going to move...
That's distance jumped, not from height. So just make an athletics check, just to see if you land without too many issues.
Isn't there some dope monk shit that saves you from a fall?
Yeah, but that's,
Okay.
bearing in mind you're jumping off a living creature that is moving, it's just it's not really going to make a difference to the monk.
Can I take Step of the Wind back?
Yeah, you haven't actioned anything yet.
I'm going to take it back because I can't move more than 50 feet anyway. So jumping down would be what, 20 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have... Okay, no, I'm not taking it back. Then I'm moving. Oh wait, what happens if I... No, I made my Constitution saving throw. I'm going over to Breck. That's my turn.
Okay, so
At the end of your turn, Temerity, the creature's going to use a legendary action. And is going to... Power Word Stun. Make a con save for me.
Me?
Yes. You are stunned.
Oh no.
But that was at the end of the turn, so I still
Yeah.
didn't make.
That was a legendary action, so. Breck,
Okay, that's
you are prone.
I am prone. This is, I mean, is the door just here?
It's a bit further on, but it's kind of up there.
Okay. And I see Serador still on his feet with a limp carpet. I see Temerity charge off and then kind of just stumble. Still not prone, just can I tell that she is stunned, seeing the magic as I skid across the floor.
Well, the sudden stop. She goes from full sprint to just absolute stop right in front of you.
Okay. So I'll take half my movement to stand up, and then action dash, or if I have to use my action to pull her, drag her as much as I can. Whether I have to use my action for that or can dash, so I'm either moving 15 feet or 45 feet, or half that because dragging, or... yeah, she can't move at all, so it would be a bit of a drag, but she's standing and I'm short, so I don't know. I want to try and help Temerity move, even if it's at the cost of my own movement.
It is. Like, it'll be half movement for dragging. So you only actually get 5 feet, because you've already used half your movement, and then it's half your remaining movement to drag her as far as you can.
But I'm also using my... Unless it's my action to grab her or something, I also am action dashing while dragging. So another 15 feet, so 20 feet of hobbling along with her. I don't...
Yeah, I guess so.
My full intent is to go as far as I can with
I
dragging her as along.
I kind of figured that part. I guess that's fine. I don't see why not.
Okay, so yeah, whatever that is, we're
you're up there
to the
somehow.
edge, and knowing, I mean, I know that my magic ended. Can I sense that this is an anti-magic field? Otherwise, I would probably attempt to bonus action heal Temerity.
You currently, well, I guess you saw the magic carpet stop working.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Would you have worked it out?
Arcana. Yeah. So I won't waste the spell trying to heal while we're here, and I'll just yell, "We've got to get out of here!"
Okay.
And that's all I'm doing.
All right. Wait your turn.
Yeah. I didn't click the button.
You didn't click the button. There we go. Sarador.
So
This creature is looking very damaged right now. Combined, the three of you have done a lot of damage to it.
Oh, it is looking damaged? Oh, well.
I mean, yeah, you've done what? 183, but 173 damage.
Yeah, but I heard it had 5,000 hit points.
how much damage did it?
You've done like 173 damage.
Have we?
Yeah, mostly you.
I thought I only hit it twice.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've done a lot of damage to it. Come on, imagine the glory, Sarador. Imagine, like, the bragging rights.
So is it looking like it's struggling to stay together?
Well, it's difficult to see. Like, it's not showing any emotion on its face, but you can see, like, the damage the two of you especially have inflicted to it. It's struggling even in its kind of pacificity.
Oh my days. Don't do this to me. I wanted him to survive. I could possibly okay, maybe I might jump in. But this anti-magic thing, this wouldn't like affect my feline agility, my extra movement. That's like an inherent ability. Like I can move faster.
That's a racial ability, not a magic thing.
Yeah, so I could theoretically just like do that, grab the thing, and just run out the door, practically barging them out. Maybe.
Or
yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna ask a question. Are they close to the door?
They're getting close to the door, yeah.
Is the door moving or not? Because I'm gathering that's also magical.
You make a very valid point.
Which may have to answer my question for me.
There is a sudden realization on Breck's face as he's struggling to drag Temerity to the door that, oh, this door is displayed magical, displayed magic previously. Oh.
I mean, I don't know how big the field is, the anti-magic field.
True. You know you got pulled really far, I guess.
I woke up in a different state and
Basically.
Well, okay, you know what? I'm gonna charge back into this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna charge back into this thing, and I'll just shout at the other two. It's like, if this doesn't work, just find several of my illegitimate children and just tell them their father did something.
If I don't make it, revive me at all costs.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a hit.
Okay, good start.
Okay. Do I want to move? I've got more movement. But things I don't know how big this is. There like a shimmering field that I know I could step out of, and then maybe.
No, this is just an indication for mostly me, but also kind of you. But
okay,
like Sarador can't see it.
Would I feel it if I left it though?
Probably would, yes. Just because of, if nothing else, the items you're carrying that are magical, would start working again.
Yeah. So okay, I'd probably
also
keep. Yep.
You no longer have strength of 27.
Will it come back if I left?
No, because it ends the magical effects.
But the potion is still in his stomach, so
We can roll for it.
I'll keep moving around, trying to keep like line of sight to these guys.
Okay.
I guess. So I've moved like this far. Get around. I'll keep going until I can like. There's 25 to there. Then I guess I'd be out of it. I'd feel it by that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So like to there. Okay. So potion working or not? What do you want me to roll?
Roll a Constitution check, but with your Arcana modifier.
Or on top.
Mm-hmm.
What is my Arcana modifier?
-1.
Okay. I'll roll this and we'll take one off the end of it. Constitution check.
Yes.
So 12.
You can still feel like the residual strength in your system, but you can't sort of force it forwards enough to make an effect.
Okay. So it gone.
At the moment, yes.
Okay. So it's currently still got 27 on there. Do you want me to remove the effect effects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That should be gone now. Strength 18. Okay. Do I go for the riskier, big more damage or not? I don't know.
I mean, it's a big thing. It's easy to hit.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm not blessed anymore either though.
No.
Sod it. Go for it. -5. Why not?
Hits.
Okay, nice. I'm
27.
plus. I'm out of this bloody zone, mate. I'm using spells. I'll do a divine smite. What have I got left? I've got a level 2. Yeah, we'll do a level 2.
Go for it.
I'll do a level 2. Boom. Damage. Bow, bow, bow.
So it's 39, 38. Not bad.
Okay.
Hey, Sarador.
Oh, thank you. Hey, wow. Was it weak to radiant or something?
No. You just
Oh.
managed to do 198 damage to it.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Imagine being strong.
It did some damage to itself as well, I guess.
It did its fair amount of damage itself.
Oh.
Okay. So describe your kill for me.
I'll tell you. Okay. So we'll be the whole like turn around, like tell my children or my illegitimate children, all this kind of business. And then I'll start running around until like I see my weapon's magical, like it's a +1. So I'm just like until I feel it hum in my hands again, and until I feel like some of my items just like glow my, I don't know. Just till I feel a bit of a glow and I'm like, oh, this is all right. And then I'll just like for maybe like 1 foot up in the air, leaning back, and then like hammer down, and then just pulse or smite into it. And with so much power that ideally it knocks me 5 foot back away from him, and then maybe tilts it away from me.
It doesn't fall on you.
Oh yeah. If that could happen.
You jump up and you slam your hammer in, your great axe in, with your and then you release your divine smite, and there's just throughout its body, and the body kind of explodes. Like the upper half, there's still the lower half, and like legs and sort of lower torso in place, but the sort of chest area just explodes outwards, and the body just sort of falls limp. But as the body falls limp, the three of you just hear, soon, in your heads.
The
Soup?
the voice
No, just sort of wind up the god.
the voice of Mr. Eyeball, I presume, or the mental pattern of Mr. Eyeball.
It seems so, yeah.
Mm.
Am I still stunned?
No.
I was gonna say, as soon as that drops, I know we've got potions and things. Are you healing yourselves? Otherwise, I heal you.
I'm gonna use a potion.
I'm gonna use 3
Okay.
potions.
Otherwise, I will use the last 2 charges of the rod and give you both 70.
Do that.
I
will do that
need
for
50.
temerity. I'll do that for temerity anyway.
Save one.
I will use Revivify on the creature, and we start again.
So, 70 hit points to temerity.
Okay.
I got 2 potions. 26 on me.
And I will... What do I have for spell slots? Not a lot.
I use a great on myself as well. Got it. Got it.
I will 2nd level cure wounds myself.
Okay.
I can give you a superior healing potion just to take if you want it.
No, save that for yourself.
Okay.
Hello, audio. Would you like to work?
I got 1 healing potion left then for whatever else might happen.
So the door's still closed?
Please hold. There's no music.
And is the rug still limp?
The rug is, but only because it would need reactivating.
My hand, well, right by my feet at least after that fight.
As the creature, the gigantic humanoid creature, falls limp and Sarador joins the two of you, eventually the door just does creak open inwards, and you are greeted to fresh air, blinding sunlight, and an eerily empty courtyard in front of you.
Oh, thank.
Aye, easy enough.
Okay.
Well,
let's just get on this thing. Go up. Not even
on
forward and up. Just up.
Up. Up and
barely
out.
Forward.
Up and away.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll activate it again. We'll get on. And
if we go to the top of the pyramid, I can use 3 castings of stone shape to slowly start dismantling the pyramid.
we can leave you here if you want with a tent.
No, that's
do
okay.
it for the next few years.
That's okay. I think maybe we need to get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go. Yeah, we'll go up out of range of any kind of spell anyone might, if they decide they want to pop out of a building, and then towards the. Should we bypass the safe house and just go straight back to?
Yeah, I think we need to get
main town
out to the outer ring as fast as possible. We might draw some attention as we fly over the city, so
doesn't matter anymore.
The higher we go, well, I'm saying normal city guards even. So if we can fly high enough to look bird-like,
we'll be high and then just drop down somewhere we can. And if they get annoyed with us, then they get annoyed with us. I'm sure the partners will be able to like pay them off or something. Oh, we can pay them off. Tamara, you're rich, yeah?
Yeah, Temerity's absolutely loaded this whole time.
Yeah, pay them off.
This whole time.
I've got a nice. I don't feel like that's exactly what I had for currency. I feel like it changed at some point, but apparently 100 silver, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, you're loaded, man. You're loaded.
No, you got some silver from somewhere. I don't remember where from, but you did get some silver.
I think I had a few gold as well, but it seems to have gotten. I probably dropped it as I got flung across the floor, honestly.
Okay. I'm going to be right back. Also, while I wait for this next song to load, and then we'll move on with the next section.
All right.
Be right back.
That was a bit of a back and forth on the. Are we fighting or are we fleeing?
I always want to fight, but then that was what that 8d6 plus 8. I was like, "There's nah." That's got to be an indication that we need to book it.
Yeah. I swear just before that he had said that the giant didn't look all that affected. But maybe that was before your last well, no, you ran away your last turn.
Yeah, I don't know how we did that so much damage.
I did 28. I did 28.
My first 2 hits maybe did about 60 something maybe. It did
channeling
about 30 something to itself. Actually, you know what? Yeah, about 60 did about 36 to itself because it hit itself with that thing. So that's about 100. You did 20, say 120.
28, yeah.
Temerity did. You hit a few like for two rounds. You had on him pretty much, didn't you?
2 rounds, which was probably around 30 damage each round, even.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I guess the maths does check out really. It's amazing how like even level 10, like 9-10 characters can just put out so much damage so fast.
Huh.
Imagine them at 20.
Well, you had that potion channeling historic hero Vic Valor. Vic Valor? I don't know the Vic the Thick, or the once and future hero.
This could be working side by side. This could, I don't know. Do you reckon this is like in the past? don't know if he's made his mind up about it. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe he knows.
This is in the future, and the giant creature buried underground is Vic. Yeah, the thickness got out of control.
Oh, dear.
Nell buried Vic out in the desert, hoping no one would find the evidence, and
Yeah,
every
yeah.
everything went wrong. It's the only explanation. I'm glad Meglo wasn't here for that. Mute.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, how rude.
Bold of you to assume I'd be talking to you. Right. Okay, the song started playing. Good. Okay, so the door opens in front of you, and the similar to last time, the sudden rush of cool, fresh air is almost like overwhelmingly just pleasant and kind of much needed. You haven't realized how oppressive it's been in this sort of pyramid dungeon mind thing for so long. And the sunlight is just blinding. Sort of the din of like torchlight or just having to go by dark vision in general is completely washed away in an instant. You flap the flying carpet back into life, and you dutifully waits for you to jump on and fly away. You fly up high over the city.
As we fly, I have the thought, realizing just how long I've been on the surface, that this feeling of coming from underground for so long, and that first emerging into the light, thinking back to when I first did, and that now the darkness of the subterranean almost feels unnatural, is a weird change of life state.
Okay. It's a strange position to be in for someone who's used to being underground. Although
and now I'm overground.
Although in your experience prior to life with the partners, your underground adventures were never quite so intense and life-threatening.
They were much more humanoid.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what's the plan? You flying back to the safe house?
No.
We're HQ.
Yeah, we're going straight back into the outer ring.
Straight
Okay.
back to the person whose name I totally remember. Not Avery Moore.
Your love letter person.
Yeah, the person you've been communicating with this whole time.
The head of... Where is your name? Genesis Pike. Straight back to her.
Okay. A swift sort of... There's actually, who's flying?
Me, normally.
Okay.
I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Usually.
that would be...
Yeah.
Make a quick just survival check for directions. Just to see if you can remember your specifically where it is at the top-down view.
Okay, not too bad. I live here, so I shouldn't be awful. Okay, almost a 1.
You're a 7. You're fine.
Yeah.
It takes about an hour at the original altitude. Flying out to the outer ring was fine, but you forgot that the entrance to the pyramid is actually facing the other side of the city, and from this height, it's quite difficult to sort of work out the intricacies of the roofs. When you eventually realize, you kind of slyly divert yourself back round to the correct side of the city, the western side of the city, and you can get a bit lower. Breck, you do see a few people looking up and pointing. It seems it's late afternoon. Everybody's on their kind of late afternoon, early evening journeys. And then eventually you land outside the hideout for the Silent Partners. Somewhere you haven't been for a few days, but is also familiar.
What are we going to tell them?
Well, they want us to kill it, but it can't be killed because it's a god.
We killed something.
We can tell them what we did kill.
Yeah.
Show them some of the stuff we got.
Mm.
Okay.
I mean, rocks and ears. I think, Breck, I saw you nibbling some ears or something.
The rocks are certainly a valuable find.
And they've got the other thing, haven't they?
Mm.
The amplifier.
Right. Mm.
Yeah, they can't be killed. So they, but we did everything we could. Got them the solid information they needed.
Mm. And that last. Did anyone else on the way out the door hear it speak to them in their head one more time? The words were the word.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. We got out of there. It's
soon.
I've got an idea though. After this, though, we should probably move somewhere. Might sell my house.
I've wanted to see a broader area. You've never practiced sports outside of this city, really?
Oh, I've been around, but not. I think in like a really far away where no one, start again. No one knows me. Surprise some people. Maybe you guys can play some bets.
I love travel. Temerity, what about you?
Nah, I'm gonna stay here. I don't see the point of moving.
Well, I couldn't leave you. I
And
guess
you can go with Sarador.
But I've always been safe when I'm with you.
Sarador can keep you safe as well.
That's true, and I can continue my quest to become a celebrity as well. Speaking of, and I pull out my notebook, which you had seen me doodling in as we were flying, I had sketched the day's events, but I tear out a piece and I give it to Temerity and say, "Here, you can have my first. I think this is the one I'm sticking with, and it's Breckec, the one who has seen the eye." TM.
Okay.
Nice.
I think there's an air of mystery. And in the future it might be super relevant and they'll be like, "Whoa, that was such a deep thing that he wrote in his autograph. Wow." Anyway.
Yeah, let's go talk to the pots.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope they're at least satisfied that we made it back alive.
Part of me is worried that we should have probably gone back and rested and come back here another time, but it is what it is.
Yeah, see how the house repairs are. See if the ogre came back, or was it an ogre? Oni came back.
Yeah, if it did this time, we'd be fine now, I think. All right, let's just go for. I'm not the best. I'm not bad at talking, but you were in contact a bit more, weren't you, Breck? So maybe you should.
And everyone always talks about how good of a personality I have, so.
That is correct, yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong room.
I love how that, I genuinely believe that was in character. That was just like, everyone talks about how such, how such a personality I am, and he just like, oh, this isn't the right room.
So I open the door and walk in. Maybe a bit of pomp, kind of chest puffed, strut in, expecting. We have returned, quest complete, and I say that out loud.
Okay. You walk in, and as per usual, Spip, the goblin, is still at his normal seat, just scribbling notes, letters, deeds, all sorts. Just like he's scribbling them out so quickly. Just takes one page, scribbles out a few things, passes it on to like a pile, starts another one. Over in the far corner, against the sort of the food counter, we have your boss Genesis. We have Avery, who is kind of Genesis's underling, and then we also have the quartermaster Habor, who is the one that gave you a bunch of your items the first time you came. They're sat around the table, deep in conversation. They don't actually notice you walk in until Sarador and Temerity walk in. Genesis looks over. Ah, you're back.
Battered and bruised, but we're back.
Good. Any news?
We made it to the bottom, under the pyramid.
Excellent. You can see immediately the three of them turn and are sort of leaning against the table in various different ways, very interested in you at the moment. Breck, make a perception check.
Perception.
13. Okay. You can see Avery turns, basically starts leaning against this bottom table here, sort of both hands curled into fists against her chin, staring at the three of you with a bit of a grin, like eagerness to find out what happened. Genesis kind of chips in. And what did you find at the bottom of the pyramid?
Well, something old and large that thinks not much of the partners.
And did you kill it?
Well, that's the thing. We tried. I don't think it can be killed. At least not by us. Maybe an army.
Or gods.
Or gods.
But then...
Or an army of gods.
The way it was talking, like, other people or gods in the past are the ones that imprisoned it underground as it is. Like, the eyeball was like... All we saw of it was its eyeball. And it was like 60 foot wide.
The three of them immediately just like look. There's sort of like an array of emotions. Genesis looks equal parts shocked but also skeptical. Avery just shock, and Habor is probably the most indifferent looking, but also there's definite shock on his face and surprise. That's not what I was expecting to hear.
And
What
there's
were you
more.
expecting to hear?
There's more?
The pyramid, the cult, the pyramid is its prison of sorts. The cult don't necessarily seem to be in its thrall, but they are attempting to free it. It wanted us to free it, and we were unable to learn who or what trapped it there in the first place. Mm.
Okay.
So we weren't able to kill it, but it is already well aware of the partners and everything else in Moralesh from its underground. That orb, you did get the orb we recovered, correct?
We did, yes.
That orb apparently acts as a focus for its power. You've kept it covered, safe, locked away, correct? Not open, exposed.
No.
Uh,
No,
can
it's
I
safe.
can I tell if they seem themselves or possibly seem like maybe something's in their mind that's not normally there?
Roll an insight check.
Hmm.
No, they seem fine.
Okay.
Like there's genuine surprise and confusion, mostly.
Okay. Out of character, I was wondering if through the focus, Mr. Eyeball was already controlling them, and this was a big trap.
It's not
But
a
anyway.
big trap.
This is not.
Yeah.
And not for us.
Just about eight tiny eyes instead of one big eye. It said that sphere could act as a focus for it to exert its will outward. I don't know if that's only within the pyramid structure itself or elsewhere. We should really have that magically protected somehow. Maybe that may be the key to killing it. Maybe that sphere. I don't know.
Or maybe just eventually try to get the cult that was in there were apparently on its side once, still kind of are, but they tried to dig him up but couldn't really. So
They are harvesting the shipments. They are harvesting its flesh. It expands
yeah,
to no end, and
so
that's
you kind
what
of
they
need
are.
them or someone to continue doing that.
Mm.
I guess to stop it growing. But equally, you could also try to rebury it. But
The other thing that stood out from when we had to escape the pyramid before, the cult was not present as we left. No one was outside. The entire inner city was barren as far as we could see.
See. And you think that what do you think? I don't quite understand. I don't quite know how to take this.
I mean, they haven't left the inner city in droves, have they? I'm guessing.
No, we haven't heard anything for days.
Maybe something's been severed, or it seemed to not know that it controls the cult, if it does at all. Like something obviously controls them because they always act as like a single unit kind of thing when they're inside there, when they're all looked at us the first time we tried to get out. So if it had the power over it, it was sending monsters after us throughout the whole like time we were down there, on the way, like when we were with it and when we were leaving. Like big tentacle monsters. Tried to send some kind of construct dragon thing and a large purple like snake worm thing, and a giant. I don't know what would you say? It was like a titan of some kind as well, with a 15-foot sword.
It seemed to have no end of ability to bring on pawns, which is why we had to leave and couldn't explore more.
Maybe by keep summoning things, it lost its grip on them or something. Maybe the. Maybe it's tapped itself. But yeah, you just made it out.
This is a lot. We weren't expecting this. We were expecting you to go in, find something that created that meat stuff that they produce, and then kill it and move on. This eye is unsettling.
And from what we learned, this eye is one of many, it sounded, that were imprisoned in the past under the ground as this. We weren't able to learn if we learned that the name Semiphi, as I sent in prior letters, is how the cult names something below, but we weren't able to necessarily deduce that that is the name of the eye, though that's the conclusion I draw, is that is their name for it, but it said it predates names. If it makes you feel better, it other than it now is aware that we, the organization, the Silent Partners, have interfered in its workings and not set it free. It doesn't particularly care about us and about Moralesh. It seemed its intent is more on getting free and seeing the world, and I believe it said perfecting the world. It was imprisoned by, I think it called them the Makers, though this term wasn't familiar to me. And it didn't agree with the, I guess, philosophies of the Makers, and that disagreement is what led to its imprisonment, as well as its, hesitate to use the word family, but I think that might be how it referred to them. I don't even know what it is. Biologically, again, 60 feet across, but from above it looks like an eye. But I guess we don't know the intent. It has eyelids. It blinks when you poke it.
This is all more than we were expecting. Like I said, we were hoping for treasure.
We did find that.
What do you have with you?
The reason the cult seems to have, while given up on setting it free, I don't think the flesh is necessarily its target, but the flesh leads to, and I pull out just my tiny, I don't know, I grabbed a handful, so just one of the green crystals from a pouch. They're mining this, and this appears to be, I don't know, a petrification of the flesh of the creature over time, something it excretes. We're not entirely sure. But from without formal study, from what we can tell, I mean, here, and I toss it. Say just from touching it, anyone with sensitivity to the arcane can feel there's power in it. What it can be used for, I don't know.
Who are you tossing it to?
Whoever seems most engaged. I guess this direction, so either Pike or Avery.
Okay, Pike's here.
Sorry.
But you toss it in that direction, and all three of them are like properly paying attention. They're not disinterested or anything.
Whoever's closest, then,
yeah,
probably.
You throw it to Avery, and Avery takes it and just like, feels like rock, and throws it onto Genesis, who takes it and immediately starts levitating in her hand. See what you mean. It's like a natural arcane focus of sorts. Like an arcane battery. Interesting. We should study this.
There's loads more beneath the pyramid as well. And who knows how much the cult has harvested. And maybe that's... We didn't see any in the swamp, but perhaps there's something there.
Yes. 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 Yes, we should try and gain a supply. Just think of the things we could achieve if we could amplify our magic users. That would be no doubt a good thing. I'm sorry, I'm just troubled by an eye 60 feet wide. It's not what you expect to hear from a difficult task, granted, but...
If you want to feel more troubled, on our way out, it speaks not with a mouth. An eye with a mouth would be disturbing.
Indeed.
As much as a 60-foot eye, but it can speak in your mind. And the last word it said was just soon. I felt vaguely that it was a threat. I don't know what that means.
Maybe it was just hopeful that it would get out soon. We'd find someone else who could free it.
If you do send anyone to try and take the supply, I mean, the cult may still be present, but certainly people with the willpower to resist control. Likely there's some amount of mental exertion that it used to coerce the cult, unless it was simply by fear. Though we did learn a bit of comedy to lighten up the unexpected news. We did learn that the cult cuts their ears off and things, not because of the will of this thing, but of their own accord. That's something they developed.
That is very strange. I don't see the humor in it myself. I am currently just disturbed. There's this moment of silence, and Genesis kind of keeps sort of fiddling with the rock, the green rock. Kind of, it levitates, and then she grabs it and flings it in the air a few times and catches it. I admit I don't know what to do.
Well, we could all use a rest, so if you want to figure it out while we go our separate ways for now, so we can sleep and rest and heal up, that would be highly appreciated.
Very well. Go and rest. Get some sleep. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. We'll do some investigating on this crystal residual, whatever you said, thing. It's green stuff. See what we can discover. Maybe we can make use of it.
Maybe.
Well, thank you for your efforts, and like you said, like we did say, we have rewards for you for completing your task. And Habor kind of stands up without a word and just walks past you off into his room, into his area, and then returns a few minutes later. Well, I've got your rewards, and you are gonna be you're never going to be worried about money again, let's put it that way. And he just places 3 bags on the table next to Breck. All 3 clang quite considerably with gold. But they're quite small. Like, they don't have much to them. And then kind of nods to them. Enjoy. Don't spend it all at once. And then goes and takes a seat back in the corner.
I grab one of the bags. I nod towards everyone and then I turn around and leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I get one as well.
Same. I grab and follow.
You each take a bag, and they all seem fairly light. Like, you can feel there's something to them, but they don't have much mass. But you all take your bag and leave.
I think when we leave the place, I probably opened the bag to look in it and be like, I thought maybe more money, but
As you look in the bag, you can see that it's basically a mini bag of holding. You've heard of things like this before, that they're basically like one-use bags of holding. And this one is just full of varying coins: platinum, gold, silver. Like, very full.
okay, I won't open it. I won't like tip it out yet. I'll wait till I get home.
Maybe not open in your home. What if it's too much for your house to contain?
Open it somewhere.
Maybe in the town square.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to my house. Your house doesn't seem perfectly safe. No offense, but you know.
The door got repaired. Just saying.
Still.
I do want to see the repaired door. And also, if I don't remember his name, who was your friend that came and repaired?
I don't know. Did we get a name? Maybe.
Not Pollitt. Nope. That's the guard.
Stream 4, we fought the Oni.
Yeah.
Charlie,
the carpenter, yeah. If he's still there, I'd like to give him a copy of the new autograph.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably, if you're dead set and going back to yours temerity, fair enough. I need to get back to mine to make sure it's all
That's totally fine.
locked up properly. So
that's totally fine. I would like to sleep on my own bed for once.
makes sense.
I think we had talked about, but I don't think Breck has a home. Do I stay with Temerity?
I think we talked about. I think you decided that you would staying with me for the moment, and you had like a room in my place. You can feel free to go with Sarah and check out the house. He had a spare bed, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind putting you up for a while.
Well, what time of day is it?
It's early, like late afternoon, early evening.
So I'll go with Sarador to see the new door, see if the carpenter is around, but I'll still come find you after.
Sure.
It's the most like home. Your house is the most like home that I know.
All right.
We'll catch up with you later.
Okay, see you later. And I'll make my way to my house.
I was gonna say, unless they're in the same direction, and then we do
they wouldn't.
Bye, and we walk in the same direction.
They probably wouldn't be that far away from each other, but probably not in the same.
No, I mean, you're both
wealthy.
I was gonna say you're both fairly wealthy, so you both live in like the wealthier districts. But you know, you live far enough away that you can walk most of the way, and then, you know, retreat off in your own directions. And then as you head off to your respective abodes for the evening, there anything you want to do, or are you just gonna rest, sleep, and have your rest?
Well, Temerity would probably change her robes. They've been battered up, have a quick look at her spear if it was damaged, have a wash, and then probably fall dead asleep for a long time.
Okay.
Make sure her door is locked, just in case anyone has been following them.
Okay.
And yeah.
When it's just me and Breckec, I'll probably just be like, "That's 2 times today that Temerity's tried to get rid of you."
Well,
I think she's trying to like go solo again or something, maybe.
maybe, or maybe she's trying to help me grow and be an individual.
Maybe.
Mm.
It's just like she's. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's. But do you stink her bathroom out or something when you're there?
I mean, no more than like anyone on average. Just like, 20 to 30 gallons of feces a day. That's not too much, is it?
Yeah, it's a lot. That would be a lot,
Oh.
especially if it's all your own. I'm guessing, or
Mostly.
So as you settle down, Temerity, you pass out almost immediately. You get your little things done. And pass out. Sarador and Breck, you get back to Sarador's house. The door has been repaired, and it looks basically the same. Like, it's been repaired so well that it doesn't look like anything has changed or was ever wrong with it. And the house looks like it's been absolutely destroyed. Like, the door was the job. The house has been left to it. So there are still signs of the battle with the Oni in the house. But other than that, everything's fine.
Mm. And I guess job's done. Carpenter's not just sitting there waiting like, so what do you think?
No, Charlie is not.
Well, darn. I guess I could leave. You paid ahead, so
I did pay 30 gold.
maybe I can find him another day, but door looks good. Do you want
How'd
any
you
help?
go for a door?
Mm-hmm.
You got ripped off, mate.
Can't take it with you.
Do you want any help tidying any of the rest of this up, or otherwise I'll get back to Temerity's house?
No, it should be good.
Okay. Well, you've still got that wand, right?
I do.
Maybe just keep it at the ready in case anything happens. That seems pretty deadly.
Yeah, it was. It did its job.
If you're serious about leaving, I've heard in sport there's a role called water boy. Hangs out with the athletes, manages their hydration needs, maybe checks their micro and macronutrients, things like that. I guess sort of a trainer more than a water boy. Something, maybe both of those roles. If you're ever needing one of those, please, if you're going to leave, don't leave without me.
Well, I was thinking maybe less on maybe less on just the sports side, but maybe, I mean, look at the money we have now. What about
I haven't looked at it.
Wow, there's a lot, trust me. What about an adventuring guild? Like purchase like an estate or something.
Would that satisfy your need to compete? I suppose to vet new people, you could, like, they have to, only lose a race to you by like a minute or something like that to make it in.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily just be that, but I mean, yeah, we could have like different branches. There could be like have like little sports, some degree, like sports teams, but also adventuring teams, and just ways to like make money and I don't know,
Yeah,
have influence.
I don't know the startup cost for such an organization, but we're well financed now.
Yeah,
don't-
but I'd say we do it probably far away from here.
Yeah, I don't. I, myself, and Breck can't quite remember if I joined the Silent Partners or have just been hanging out for a while. Like, I think Temerity is in like full-fledged. But you're just a, I don't know, guest member helping out.
It's like contractor, I guess. Contractor.
I don't know what I am. I don't think they would have an issue with me leaving, but that sounds exciting, and I'm always down for new experiences. So anyway, don't vanish without stopping by.
Well, I need to sell my house first, anyway.
You said it's a lot of money. You probably don't have to sell it. You could probably just leave it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It is an upgrade over Temerity's place. Maybe she'll buy it.
Give it to her as a second place, maybe.
All right, well, before it gets too late, I should head out. Have a good one.
Goodbye.
I will leave and make my way whichever direction.
As you make your way back to Temerity's house, it's a shortish walk. It's probably about 15 minutes. And the city, the outer ring of the city especially, is kind of bustling with people. It's getting to a time of day where people are heading home from work or heading off to the pubs, that sort of thing. And about 5 minutes into your walk, you're just out of sight of Sarador's house, around the road and everything, and all good. And then you feel the ground shakes slightly, and you think, no, that was fine, it's just me. The adrenaline of the whole adventure's wearing off slightly. And then it shakes a little bit more. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, can I say I unless the timing doesn't work out, can I say I did a short rest at Sarador's house? We sat and had a chat.
Yeah, that's fine. You sure rested. Yeah, the ground shakes a few more times in the last 10 minutes of your walk. A proper beefy sort of semi-earthquake kind of shakes. But you make it back to Temerity.
Door's locked.
Do I have a key? I mean, I assume this has happened before.
This, Breck, is obviously Temerity testing your skills as a member of the Partners. And is obviously Temerity seeing how much you've learnt under her tutelage.
I see. What would Temerity do? She really doesn't want her house broken. She does like climbing. Do I see a window that I could reach with some effort?
What does your house look like, Yathina? Temerity?
It would be a one-story house, flat roof, Just a couple of rooms, sort of, a kitchen, medieval kitchen, a washroom, 2 bedrooms, no back entrance. Yeah, and every room has a fireplace.
Window from the kitchen to get light in there.
Sure.
Knowing that there's a window to the kitchen, I go and attempt to open the window. Yeah. I don't know if it's latched or anything.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Yes. I'm going to give myself guidance on this. It's been so long. Is guidance advantage or a D4?
A D4.
A D4.
Okay. 1D4.
Well, all right. Temerity.
Mm-hmm.
Just before you fall asleep, you hear someone kind of rattling the window into the kitchen, like trying to flip the catch inside. You just hear like the sort of like someone obviously trying to break in.
Okay. I have laid down already, so I'm like half asleep, so I hear that. Having actually like taken care to lock my door, I am going to stealth to the kitchen in the dark, knowing my room, and position myself next to the window in case the person actually manages to open it, and hold an attack just in case the person actually manages to open it.
I have pretty high passive perception. Unless this is a challenged roll.
Well, it is a stealth check from Temerity first. Please.
YOLO, I'm too tired.
I was going to say, Temerity, you're just so tired that when you try and stealth into the kitchen, you actually semi-pass out and just clatter into a bunch of stuff lying on one of the work surfaces. And
the sound startles me, and I actually fall backward from the window.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say as well. Yeah.
I'd like to think perception. DC 15. I did not see that it was Temerity. So hearing a clatter in her house, I'm assuming that it's some sort of threat, especially with the vibrations that I felt.
Mm-hmm.
So I am mace out, jumping through the window. No more unlocking.
Okay. You cannonball through the window. Are you stopping to look, or are you just on full attack?
I'm going in. I don't have a lot of spells left, but I'm going in ready to cast confusion on anything that I see.
I'm still holding the attack.
Okay. Okay, so both of you do what you were going to do. Temerity first.
Well, the moment something would get through my window, either open it or, in this case, cannonball through the window, I would attack it with an unarmed strike.
Okay, well.
Oh, it was
that
teetering on the 20.
Okay, so roll your damage. All right, Breck, you take 11 points of damage. Obviously, someone has infiltrated Temerity's house and is...
Yes. Well, I have been punched by Temerity before. Would I recognize those knuckles?
I don't know, would you?
No, I was pretty dead set on something bad's happening, and they almost both died earlier, so that's a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Roll your D6. D4, sorry.
Hey.
Oh, never mind.
I guess on the spell failing to land, I notice like, oh, hey, wait, it's me. Why did you punch me?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I thought I was coming in and it sounded like someone was attacking you in here.
Coming in through the kitchen window?
Well, the door was locked.
Just knock!
What's knocking gonna do? Who knocks on a door?
She just turns around and walks back to her bedroom.
I'll clean this up. And I get to work picking up the bits of glass and
Okay.
no, I don't have anything to really cover over the window, so I guess instead of returning to my usual bedroom, I'll sleep in the on the kitchen hearth, just to keep an eye and ear to the now opened hole in the kitchen.
Okay. Okay, so both of you settle down, realizing that this wasn't actually someone attacking the other. Temerity, now that you're awake, like more alert, at least for now, you also feel the tremors, the like mini earthquakes that are happening, and they start happening quite regularly, every sort of 10 to 15 minutes. Sarador, if you're still awake, you also feel them, and they get quite intense. They start shaking items off shelves and sort of shaking fittings loose. They get quite intense. You do all get your long rest.
I would assume Moralish is not usually a place that has a lot of earthquakes.
No.
Is this a long rest? Is this a shaking? Was it reminiscent of tunneling worms, or more violent than that?
More violent,
but distant. Say like a giant eyeball that was chained up but recently unchained, shifting around, and
you would have no way of judging that.
No, these are the nightmares that Breck has, is as falling asleep, feeling the tremors, a giant eyeball on a giant head trying to roll over, but also just masses of flesh expanding now that the cult's not there harvesting it and pressing outward. Being familiar with like how volcanoes work, imagining that I have a dream about a flesh volcano, just spewing eyeballs and flesh out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not an actual dream. I might be still awake and more thinking about these.
Seems legit. The three of you, independently of each other, finish off your long rests. You wake up the next morning, bright and early, like refreshed for the first time in a few days. This is the first time you haven't, been under immediate pressure when you wake up, and it's quite clearly refreshing. And as you wake, the tremors seem to have subsided slightly. Throughout the course of the morning, from like early morning to mid-morning, there's probably one. That's it.
Okay. I'm not gonna think much about it, and I'll just get up and yeah, get dressed and make some breakfast for me and for Breckec. But I'm Temerity wouldn't really think anything about it. In the back of her mind, she probably would think, "Oh, this is a little bit odd," but she's not smart enough to make the direct connection.
Okay.
Say if that tremor happens while I'm preparing my spells in the morning, I will prepare legend lore, and I will go ahead and cast legend lore. Trying to ascertain through books written and unwritten any lore about the surrounding area and earthquake type activity similar to this.
Okay. A few hours of early morning reading don't produce any written knowledge of earthquakes or earthquake-like activity in this section of the world.
But the spell brings to my mind a brief summary of significant lore, including secret lore that has never been widely known. Oh wait, I don't even have to prepare it because I'm a knowledge cleric. I just always have that prepared.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. Alright, this is quite a difficult one to do. Because it's kind of like, well, what's lore? And what's just, information that you wouldn't really find out?
Well, I'm casting this on Meglo, so I believe it's a DC 17 Wisdom save for Meglo to avoid leaking lots of lore, lots of tasty, tasty lore.
Okay, so you're just naming Moralish as the place you want to learn about.
Semiphy, I guess, as the thing I am naming or describing. Well, actually, it's describe a person, place. So that pit, the pit under the pyramid.
All right. Roll a D100 for me.
Ooh.
Okay. The pit under the pyramid. Having been informed of the vision Temerity had about seeing before the pyramid back in however long ago that was, you kind of flooded, your mind palette of numbers reappears, and as you're sort of sat in your hearth in the kitchen of Temerity's house, you're flooded with information. The Mephi isn't a creature or person that's known about. The cult in themselves were kind of created by accident. Thousands of years ago, when the city of Moralish was kind of founded initially, it was because adventurers found the pyramid. And they decided, hey, there's a pyramid. Let's go and investigate. They investigated the pyramid and never returned. The people who knew where they were followed up and were a bit more cautious. They decided, no, not going into the pyramid. We're going to stay back. They ended up They ended up building like an outpost next to the pyramid, not around it, but next to it. I have that written down. I just remembered. I actually wrote this down.
Hey.
I know. Oh, there it is. Okay. Please hold while I navigate the UI. Drag. That just zooms. Don't do that. Oh dear.
I just love that there is a spell that is, hey, lore dump.
Yeah, literally. Okay. So the pyramid originally was discovered by an adventuring party led by Davkosh Marinthorpe. They disappeared and followed by people who knew where they were or where they were going. And eventually town was established, or at least an outpost was established that turned into a town. The first official delve into the pyramid was led by a dwarf called Galrak Strongtail. Again, never returned.
Would that be, in her vision, there was a group mining that saw tentacles or something coming from the pit?
No, originally the group that in the vision Temerity saw was burying something.
Oh. Gotcha.
So they weren't digging because there was no pyramid there. Basically, in that vision, there was a hole, and in the distance, you saw the chalk mountains. The pyramid would have come after that.
And so then this is still thousands of years ago, but well after that, with the pyramid already in place, then they just okay.
Yeah. This is old. And then on the anniversary of Galrak and his party having a go into the pyramid, a fellow deep gnome that you recognize as a deep gnome, not necessarily recognize who they are, but you recognize them as a deep gnome, Neblin, named Yimgil Milviewer, led another party of 4 into the pyramid. They were the first known people to go into the pyramid and survive. 2 members down, but they survived, Yimgil being one of the survivors. And then 2 years after Yimgil returned, they perished. She was found dead in one of her lavish mansions. Mysteriously, nobody figured it out. Later, about 4 to 5 years later, the sort of outpost that was originally founded grew and just decided to shut themselves off. And the cult of Semefi began. The name appeared, the idea rose, but never truly was explained. Nobody understood why. And everybody at that time just assumed that it was to do with whatever Yimgil found. About 20 years after the original colony was founded, so much trade was happening and so many huts and cabins and stuff were built around the inner city that the outer city was fully formed into a new part of the city. And the inner city was completely shut off. And now, move thousands of years later, timeline that I created months and years ago. I literally cannot remember how far to go. Oh, there we are. And then it's been sort of 3,000 years, and the outer ring was created. So, the rich got too kind of pompous and decided to exclude the poor. But even to your spell, there is no more knowledge than that.
No, yeah, and no record of seismic activity like we're experiencing now that I know of.
No, really.
Or
Nothing.
if there was, it wasn't documented.
Wait. That's a lie. Hang on, what date? About 20 years ago, there was an earthquake. Nothing came from it. It was literally just a quick shake of the ground and move on. Like a one-time thing. The ground shook once and then moved on. But that was it.
All right. Well, that's interesting. I guess as breaking fast, I'm thinking about how that's interesting and new. Although now my excitement for things that are new is a bit tempered by, oh yeah, they're also scary and deadly sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. What next, Grang? Cool.
All of us.
All of you.
Wow, I think I'd probably be concerned about these earthquakes and be like, "Yep, it's gonna get up somehow." So my plan would be to give the house away. If Demetria wasn't going to leave, probably give the house to her to do what she wants with it, and plan on heading somewhere different.
I would, assuming Temerity wakes up at some point.
She's already awake. She made breakfast for you.
What? These earthquakes are disturbing. I can't think of a time or a mention of there really being something like this where it's had so much shaking, and I can't stop the thought of a giant creature with 60-foot eyeballs tearing its way up through the ground. I think we left the flying carpet with Cerador. I'd almost like to go see. I guess if we go outside, we can see the pyramid, but I'd almost like to go closer just to look, even though we're not going in.
Surely, if something had happened to the pyramid, we would have heard by now. It's probably nothing, and even if it's the giant creature coming out of the pyramid, it's not our problem.
That's true. We got paid. I'm just worried. Cerador mentioned leaving, forming like an adventuring guild, and I'd like to go see what that's about, but I don't like leaving you here.
I will be perfectly fine.
what if all of Moralesh isn't perfectly fine? How can you stay here knowing that is underground? You might be right above his pinky toe. No, we're way too close for that. Chin?
I have friends here. I'm working for the Silent Partners. I don't. There's nothing else out there for me. If Sarador wants to go adventuring, then and you want to join him, but please feel free to. But I'm going to stay here and I'm going to see what Morales brings for me.
Well, when I left home, there were some things I took that didn't belong to me, and probably ought not to have kept, but I know this, and I hold up the documancy satchel. It's technically partners, but if I keep it wherever I am through the partners, you'd be able to contact me if anything happens, if there's more work, especially if we're starting an adventuring guild. We can maybe come back and help.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Just you've made this feel like home, and I didn't more than my actual original home did. It just feels wrong to leave. But I also just, there's so much more world to see.
You have been a good friend, Breckec, but I'm not going to stop you to explore more and gain more knowledge of the world and see what you can explore. But I just don't feel like I want to leave. I feel this is my home and I feel safe and more or less safe. I mean, I know what's under this place, but you know, I don't have the desire to leave. And I think Sarador and you make a good pair. Someone needs to rescue him if he dies again.
He can't seem to stay on his feet. He may be fast, but he's not sturdy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm faster.
Well, anyway, I should probably... He wakes up early as well, so I should probably get headed out and see what he's up to then.
Okay. And as we have this discussion, I'm going to, because you said like the tremors have been so bad that things have fallen off the shelves. So as we're having this discussion, oblivious to the world, I just put all the stuff back into the shelves and back where they belong.
I walk over and give a hug, I guess knee height. And on my way out the door, I've maybe shifted, I don't know how much gold is in the pouches, but maybe 300 gold into my own, assuming that it's more than that. 300 gold into my personal pouch, and I leave the rest on the counter, with tied around it an autograph, and I say, "We'll see you soon, Temerity."
See you soon.
And I head off.
Okay. You head back to Sarador's house. Arriving at his home and you know, same as it was previously, the previous night, the door is back and repaired. The street is bustling with people heading off to their jobs and various things, and yeah, Sarador is home.
I use this new ability I learned called knock, and I knock on the door.
Yeah, I'll open it.
All right, you open the door.
Hey, you've been feeling these tremors?
Yes. So I don't think there's any point hanging around too much, really, either.
I figured as much.
Unless you've had a change of heart.
It'll be hard to go, but I'm I'm not sure how many years I've been here now, but I spent much more time prior to that wandering. Finding a new horizon seems... I believe that's a surface saying, find the new horizon. Yeah. I think that seems like the path forward.
Hmm. Well, I say let me pack up a few. Well, I've probably been packing up some personal things and wealth and stuff. But let's get ourselves a cart, cut a horse's cart, or a proper wagon, maybe.
What about all these? And I gesture at the room full of trophies and medals. Will they all fit?
Maybe I'll take a couple of key ones.
Hmm.
It's all none of it's precious materials anyway, metals anyway.
Hmm. Well, pick one that you'd leave behind that's like your favorite of the ones you're leaving behind, and I'll grab that one.
Okay, I will do. But yeah, I guess we're going to procure horse and cart.
Easy enough. You know where
Flashing the partner's badge, even though we're not acting an official.
it works.
I'd
Gets
probably go
what
for a
you need.
cart that has like a roofed cart kind of thing,
Yeah.
carriage almost, but I don't know. It's like I can shove everything inside it.
One that's got enough space inside to sit in, but also enough storage space to carry all your stuff.
Yeah.
Easy enough to procure, especially when you're flashing your partner's badges around. And you manage to gather 2 horses to put it. You're also offered a driver.
Is this is this a renting option then?
Well, the driver would take you where you need to go and then find his own way back. But it's a convenience thing, you know.
Okay. Not sure how far we'd be going though. It'd be a long way. Could be.
Have you even picked a direction?
No. No, I'd have to look at. Well, I know which would be what would be like an ideal the closest busiest city.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I'm trying to remember what the map was like, and I want to head east. I think
We could go settle in the swamp. The swamp was to the west.
Yeah, that's why I want to go east. I think
East, northeast is the Chalky Mountains. I don't know.
Okay, please hold while I load the map. It'll be like my streams where I just load the same map 4 times per stream.
I have a map open, and to the east there is a town with no name on this version alongside a lake. I don't know units of distance in this. It's just an image, screenshot you sent back when we started the campaign.
Please hold.
And then southeast of that is another town.
Okay, so if you look on stream, there are places you can go. Most of them require traveling. They all require traveling a fair distance. South is to a civilization that generally gets shunned, like southeast would be anyway, down in this direction. Southwest is to a fairly quiet, human-based civilization city. Directly west is a trek across a mountain range, but is probably the closest civilization that you could, find your way into, unless you wanted to go to a completely different continent, in which case directly north would be the quickest way to a ship off to wherever you need to go.
that sounds interesting.
Okay.
Probably north.
I mean, I like mountains myself. I've never been on a ship though, so.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. To get somewhere extra far.
Is it safe being on a boat when you can't swim? I'll figure it out.
If you end up in the water anyway, there's a good chance you're probably going to die because the boat's not going to just immediately stop. So
True, true.
the stuff you hold on to, I'm sure it probably sink quite fast. But
Mm.
boat would be something new. Don't worry about mountains. We'll find mountains somewhere else.
Okay, north it is then. What do you think about hiring the driver?
Yeah, the driver can go with us, I guess.
Get us up to the port town?
Means we can rest on the way.
Okay. So you hire the driver and hire the you essentially buy the horses and carriage, and then you hire the driver to chauffeur you. Gives you a nice and easy trip. You load all of your stuff in, and by middle of the afternoon, early evening, you are ready to go. So if you're ready, then you can start heading off.
Yeah, I would. I think. I think if Temerity didn't, I wouldn't go seeking out Temerity. I think if she came by to see us off, but she might not know we're going straight away anyway. So I'd just probably just carry on.
Okay.
I did tell her that we had plans. I guess I didn't say we were leaving immediately, but
Okay. As you enter into the afternoon, there's a couple more tremors. They start again. And then just as you're setting off to leave, they get a bit more prominent. Go back to the sort of every 10 to 15 minute routine.
is it about the same time it got bad the past evening?
Slightly earlier. But the two of you and your driver are able to leave without any problems. You head out of the city from the same gate that you left to go to the swamp previously, and then divert north, following a fairly well-trodden trail. About an hour from the city, Temerity, the earthquakes get worse, and the frequency gets sooner. They get more and more frequent. They get more and more powerful. What are you doing?
Well, as they are more frequent and more and stronger, I would probably during the day and the evening head back to the partners.
Okay.
Just because it's my job. I don't have any sport duties right now, so I would probably go back, do a debriefing, see if there's a new job that I can do, but also raise the issue of the earthquakes very casually with the partners. Be like, these earthquakes are very unusual and quite harsh. I hope everyone is okay, but still not, thinking something super bad would happen. But you would go back to the partners and raise it with them, and do a debriefing of the mission they were on. Give a report about how Sarador and Breckec are probably in the process of leaving town, and just see if there's a new job for her to do.
Okay. While you're in the middle of your debrief, Genesis stops for a moment. She's in the middle of a conversation, or in the middle of a sentence, sorry, and she stops for a moment. And then she looks concerned. And then she looks to you, looks to Avery, looks to Spip and Habor. You need to go outside. You walk outside. And the first thing you notice, without fail, is that there's no shadow looming over the city. You look to where the pyramid used to be. And it's gone. Oh, well. That can't be good.
Did it disappear so quickly? And I look up, like, instinctively.
And then, as you look up to where the pyramid should be, into the sky to see if it's just raised off the ground, you feel the beginnings of the worst earthquake that's happened so far. And this one doesn't end. It just continues and continues. And then you hear the unmistakable sound of earth cracking and shattering. And then followed by rocks and chunks of earth flying into the air into your vision as you're still looking up. And then you see off in the distance where usually would be blocked by pyramid, and you can now see the chalk mountains in the distance. You see the closest set of chalk mountains shatter, and the unmistakable sight of a foot. And then Sarador and Breckec, shaken and not quite as badly affected, but still close enough to feel the effects. About halfway between you and the city, you're about 20 miles out by now, but still, you see again more earth shattering and the beginnings of a hand appearing from the ground. And then pandemonium in the city, Temerity. Everybody is running to try and find somewhere safe to stay, to get safe from the rock, earth, and rubble that is now like landing everywhere, crushing people, crushing buildings, everything. And the last thing you can see is just the earth next to you opening, and underneath you, almost directly, an eye staring up, watching you. And then we're going to end the session there.
Temerity just spear straight down.
Well,
Good job, guys.
Hey, so we did it. We set him free. Quest complete.
we
You,
do me too.
I'm just going to show you this so that you can kind of see what's happened. I don't know if it didn't show the observer, but oh, it has. There we go. So instead of now a pyramid, there is just an open wound in the earth.
So all of us got well, I don't know about the other two, but like I'm dead.
Who knows?
Might just be stuck in an eyeball somewhere.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All I'd say is if I saw the ground cracking and it was opened up beneath us, that flying carpet would be out and we'd be up in the air.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
And
Sorry, driver.
somewhere along, I would be writing a letter through the documancy satchel saying there was more shaking. Wait, I mean, we were far enough away we couldn't see the pyramid, but we did see the mountains go.
You saw the mountains, and between you and the city, you saw a hand.
Mm.
And now,
So I might just send through farewell, my first friend.
okay. Well,
any response?
who knows? Well, that was fun. Good job, guys.
So Vic broke his way out of the earth. Nell didn't finish the job.
I mean,
Keep me down.
so that's the the Ancient Unknowns campaign.
Yes. Lovely.
Well played, everyone. You survived the
Good.
bulk. Who knows what will happen from here?
So was it at the same time, or have you not decided, or
Who knows?
secret?
Who
But
knows?
somewhere at some time there is some giant thing wandering free now.
I
Well,
mean,
who knows how it got killed? If it's not at the same time as the Scaled campaign, maybe there's another campaign in the future for that one.
there's always the opportunity. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for sticking with this campaign. Shorter campaign that took longer than expected to play, but we got there. F in chat for Morales, exactly. F's. And please feel free to join us on Tuesday for Scales of Scales of Destiny. That'll be there as normal. And yeah, there won't be a second campaign on this channel for a while. While we kind of refresh, go into the new year, assess, see what we can do. But we've got plans. And yeah, if you're on YouTube, drop us a like. That'd be great. Subscribe. That'll be also be great. If you're on Twitch and you haven't followed yet, why not? You stayed this long. And yeah, we're gonna go and say hi to the people that Yathina told me to raid, but I forgot to read.
Also, before we do, thank you, Meglo, for DMing, as usual.
That's
This
all right.
This was a fun story to do.
It was.
Yeah, thanks. It's good.
It was good.
It's good.
I enjoyed getting to the end of my first stream campaign, my first properly completed campaign. That was good, and it's opened up stuff. It's opened up a gaping hole in the earth where Morales should have been. So there's that, and yeah, we'll see what comes of it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everyone, and we'll see you soon for the follower or subscriber only chat. Athena.
Yeah, well, most of them do, so.
Anyway, we'll see you soon, guys. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.